Hello my friends, welcome to Luxe Decor for stylish home decoration. Whenever you are renovating your home, the false ceiling always assumes a lot of importance. You have to be sure that you are checking out the different options of false ceiling designs, and then choosing the one that you deem fit. False ceilings have become an absolute must, and no matter whether a room is big or small, it must have a false ceiling. The amount of variation that you will find in the world of false ceilings is staggering and mind-blowing. There are several uses of a false ceiling. It helps in keeping the wires hidden and thereby prevents the place from looking ugly. Aesthetics hold a lot of value in homes, especially because no one wants their home to look ugly. At the same time, it is also a great move to make sure that the overall lights are energy efficient. It helps in locking both the heat and cold out of the room. There are plenty of different options available as far as the material choice for false ceilings is concerned. You can choose cemented pop, regular plaster of Paris, PVC, or even gypsum. Gypsum remains one of the perennial favorites, and here we are going to talk of some of the best gypsum false ceiling design ideas. You can check out the details and find the most suitable choice of gypsum ceilings for yourself. These designs can be used in the different rooms in your home, and therefore they will allow you to beautify your place and add to the overall functionalities as well. So, let us get started and understand the details about the false ceiling. This will allow you to come up with better design ideas and thereby aid in making the room perfect. The gypsum false ceiling refers to the kind of ceiling wherein gypsum plasterboards are attached to the metal frames, and are kept firmly in place with the help of screws. They are usually big and have fewer joints in place. This makes it easy and quick to install as compared to POC sheets. At the same time, owing to lesser joints, the scope of residue and dust particles entering inside is comparatively less. It is also water resistant, which makes it a great choice even in bathrooms and ceilings where water is likely to splash. The types of gypsum boards. Gypsum boards come in a lot of different types and styles. It is important to be familiar with these boards, as it will help you know which variant is likely to be a good choice for you. Here are some of the common variants of gypsum boards. Regular board. This is the perfect material that is most often used for gypsum-based ceiling impact-resistant panel. This one helps in withstanding heavy impact from the flats above you. So, if you have a flat that seems to be under repair or you want your ceiling to be safe from such accidental impacts, this is the right material to pick. Fire-resistant board. Most residential and commercial buildings are likely to use this board as it offers some protection against accidental fire. Abuse-resistant board. These ensure that even with abrasion and indentation, it is not likely to be damaged. So, it is mostly suited for places where the handling and maintenance are not very good. Moisture-resistant gypsum board. These are mostly used in those areas where the weather tends to be rainy or even snowy. In such cases, the presence of moisture could otherwise be deterring the false ceiling. Along with the types, the amount of variety you will find in colors is whopping too. There are tons of options as far as gypsum boards are concerned. Knowing these details will put you in a better spot for deciding if you would like your false ceiling to be done with gypsum, or some other material. It gives a seamless and continued look. There aren't too many joints in the gypsum ceiling, so the odds of dust and dirt are comparatively less. It is very easy to install and can be done quickly. The cleaning isn't too cumbersome. The quality and the overall finish tend to be spot on as the individual piece is larger. So, the number of joints to be attached is less. Let us share some of the top and trending ideas for you to pick from. These ideas will give you a lot of creative inspiration so that you can choose the ones that seem to best match the overall design and tone of your home. The good thing is that sky is the limit for inspiration. There is so much that you can do with the gypsum ceiling. You can choose random abstract shapes or have wavy lines and even symmetrical geometric patterns as well. This is not all. Some people choose to have intricate floral patterns while others may choose to have lights fit inside so that they can modern the overall look. Apart from this, you can choose between single and multi-layered or even single-level and multi-leveled as well. The simple and minimal patterns are in vogue too for those who like to keep it simple, sophisticated, and elegant. Some people like to add an extra touch of glam and oomph, and they may end up using additional layering materials on top, which may be wood or glass. This sets the ceiling apart and is sure to make it the show stealer. Overall, there is plenty of scopes to improvise it the way you want. So, we are going to give you a flurry of different options to pick from. Make sure to understand each of the designs and the essence it has, and then make the right selection. There is no end to the amount and kind of geometric patterns one can have on the ceiling. The best thing is that they can be both asymmetrical or symmetrical. One common design flaw that a lot of interiors do is to have a geometric pattern ceiling in all rooms of the home. They may consider it as a means to bring uniformity, but it is not so. It is very important to be sure that you infuse variety from one room to the other, because every room should have its element. You need to let these ceilings do all the talking. So, choose any geometric design you deem fit and let the structure steal the real big show. These days, modern art has boiled down to abstract. Sometimes we wonder if you could sketch anything randomly on a piece of paper and call it art. The key here is to know how to make even waste look artistic. Abstract designs are a real rage in current times. These designs don't have any defined pattern. You will find wavy motions and geometric shapes and intersecting lines all mapped onto one frame. The only thing one has to mind is that the overall appeal should be on point. This will allow you to be sure that your place will look good. You can choose what other elements you will like to integrate. It can be wooden paneling, the lights inside, or even mirrors. Don't overdo it with the design or else it will take away the sheen. If you are in no mood to experiment and want to keep it simple so that you can have an elegant touch, this is the right design to pick. The design is all about simply having the top covered. You can choose to integrate lights if you would like an additional element, or you can have it done simply. The best part is that you can have it done in multiple rooms, as this is the basic design that calls for comfortable styling. When you choose this kind of false ceiling design, you can work on other elements of the room to give it a balanced, fancy look. If all elements of the room are overly fancy, it tarnishes the net appeal. So, by keeping the false ceiling minimal, you will have the scope to toy with other design aspects in the room. Sometimes you might find it hard to decide as to which material will be better for your false ceiling. Will it be gypsum or pop? While the decision rests largely on you, your interior designer, and the overall structure of your home, we are going to share some key details on this topic. This will help you come to the right decision. In the pop false ceiling, the pop powder is the base material that is used for making the structure. A chicken net is taken upon which this powder is sprayed evenly. This helps in adding to the overall strength of the ceiling layer. The on-site mixing of the pop powder with water along with the mesh application to the metal frame system present on the roof of the wall leads to plenty of wastage. It takes almost a month for the whole setup to dry. The amount of variety and possibilities that you can find in the gypsum ceiling is very diverse. Price-wise, gypsum can be a little costly, but, in the end, the difference is more than justified when it comes to practical uses and utility, and obviously, they are found more common as well. Now that we have established the fact that gypsum false ceilings are likely to be the more popular choice, let us give you some more design ideas to toy with. Living room gypsum false ceiling design ideas. The living room will have a bigger ceiling as compared to the rest of the rooms. You have to be sure that you are checking out the different ideas well, because your hall or living room needs to be impressive. It is the part of the house where most guests are likely to sit and unwind when they come to your place. You can also choose to have layered tray designs too, as this ends up creating quite a statement and impression as well. When you are choosing to have a layered design, try to make sure that you don't add too many other elements. This design in itself is layered with several aspects, and so the rest of the things need to be toned down. Gypsum false ceiling design for bedroom. Your bedroom is the place that you call your own. So, every element should be perfectly aligned to make sure that it reeks of perfection. To accommodate the fan, ceilings with circular arcs seem to be the befitting option. You can choose to have several concentric circles for the added depth and dramatic hue. In addition, you can choose to have recessed lights on each of the arcs, will give you a very maze sort of look.